From Lagos, the nation's commercial capital, this is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, Bimbo Oloyede.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, National Human Rights Commission vows to get to the root of Apple killings, says there's more to it than meets the eye. Army and DSS arrest suspected leader of the abductors of human rights lawyer Mike Ozekome. Crisis in the PDP spills into Senate plenary. Open fight averted following the intervention of the Senate President, David Mark. And foreign experts from the US and UK join Kenya's investigation into the bloody siege at a Nairobi shopping mall. On business news tonight, British High Commissioner to Nigeria rings the closing bell on his first visit to the local girls.
And on sports news tonight, after several mind games, the Ethiopia FA confirmed October the 13th as the date for the 2014 FIFA World Cup playoff first leg between the Walia Antelopes and the Super Eagles.
We start off tonight with the efforts of the National Human Rights Commission to get to the root of the recent killing of 9 persons alleged to be members of the Boko Haram sect in Abuja. The chairman of the commission, Professor Chidi Odinkalu, admitted that the incident is complicated as a result of the involvement of security operatives, but he promised not to allow any organization or individual, no matter how highly placed, to interfere with the commission's investigations.
I don't want to prejudge the factual findings on that specific incident. So my natural instinct is to play safe, because I frankly want to allow the facts to speak for themselves. One thing I'm prepared to pick a fight on is anybody trying to stop me from getting to the truth. No, that one I'll pick a fight on. But I will not, I also want to be fair to everybody, to every institution, and to reflect a balanced judgment in the light of the facts. The Council of the National Human Rights Commission is meeting this weekend in Calabar. Okay, our meeting begins tomorrow and will rise by Sunday. And by that time, we would have had time to deliberate. You know, this is not the first controversial set of circumstances that the Commission will be involved with. My sense is it's not the last.
Is he dead or alive? Well, the House of Service of the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, has reported that a new video of Boko Haram leader Abubakar Shekau has surfaced on the internet. Shekau, who was declared dead by the Nigerian JTF, is reported to have posted the video to nullify the claim after several weeks of laying low. In a tweet sent via their official Twitter handle, the BBC's House of Service claims, quote, "The leader of Boko Haram, Abubakar Shekau, has released a new video where he has declared that he is alive," end of quote. However, the said video is yet to be seen. Meanwhile, the Department of State Security Services, DSS, in conjunction with the Army in Port Harcourt, has arrested a man suspected of being the kingpin behind the kidnap of Mr. Mike Ozekome. The suspect, one Mr. Kelvin Onyara, was arrested in an undisclosed hotel in Port Harcourt today. Mr. Ozekome, a senior advocate of Nigeria, was kidnapped on the 23rd of August on the Benin-Auchi motorway in Edo State. He was held for about 20 days by his kidnappers. After he was released, he told journalists that his captors had tortured him and his driver, and he had about 25 armed men guarding them. 4 policemen who tried to squash the kidnappers' mission were killed in a gun battle. 119 inmates awaiting trial have been set free in Lagos by the State Chief Judge, Justice Ayo Phillips. The inmates are from the maximum and medium security prison, Kirikiri, Lagos. The release is an exercise of the powers of the Chief Judge of the state, and this she did to mark the start of the 2013 legal year. The Chief Judge stated that the exercise was aimed at decongesting the prisons.
99 inmates awaiting trial in the Kirikiri Medium Prison have regained their freedom after the Chief Judge of Lagos State, Justice Ayo Phillips, ordered their release.
By the powers conferred on me, I release you today, the 23rd day of September 2013, and I admonish you to go and to sin no more.
The Chief Judge finds it rather bewildering that despite our efforts at decongesting the jail, the number of inmates just keeps increasing on each of our visits to the prisons.
But I'm very disappointed to see that the figures keep on rising. Despite my visits, the figure is still rising, but we will continue to do our best and to keep it at a plateau.
According to statistics, the medium prison has a capacity of 835 inmates, but presently accommodates 2,555 inmates. 2,100 are awaiting trial. For some of the newly released inmates, the plan for now is to go back to their interrupted lives.
Right now, as I'm free now, I'm very happy because I didn't expect this. I did not believe that a day like this would come.
From the medium prison, the Chief Judge leads other lawyers and judges to the maximum prison, where 20 other inmates were released.
It's great for these inmates after a long time as they get to go back to their lives and start their lives afresh with the words of the Chief Judge ringing in their minds. Go and sin no more. Victoria Ido, reporting for Channels Television News.
What would have amounted to a repeat of last week's fight in the House of Representatives was averted today in the Senate by the intervention of the Senate President, David Mark. The crisis in the PDP spilled into plenary as lawmakers eulogized the late governor of Ondo State, Olusegun Agagu. Trouble began when a federal lawmaker, Senator Danjuma Goje, who rose to contribute to the eulogy, identified himself as a member of the new PDP. Our correspondent, Linda Ahibe, now reports.
Wednesday's plenary session began like any other. A federal lawmaker, Senator Boluwaji Kunlere, moved a motion on the demise of the former governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olusegun Agagu.
Observe that Dr. Olusegun Agagu was an intellectual of no mean repute, a consummate politician.
As lawmakers poured eulogies on the late former governor, a lawmaker, Senator Danjuma Goje, rose to also pay his respects. But his opening words caused a stir in the chamber.
He went to Ondo as a governor. He won election there in 2003. And I also won my election as a governor in Gombe State in 2003. And they will continue to work together as governors in the Governors Forum, in the Economic Council, in the Council of State, as members of the PDP. And then the then PDP, the old PDP then. No. Now there are two PDP. You know, I belong to the new PDP. The real authentic PDP. Authentic PDP. Protecting me, Mr. President.
Another lawmaker was not prepared to take Senator Goje's remarks lightly.
It shall be out of order, Mr. President, to use offensive and highly insulting statements for anybody, Mr. President. Are you PDP? What's the problem? Are you PDP? It's not your business. Mr. President, for a distinguished senator, a former governor, to insult the ruling party, a party that he has not officially become.
In the midst of the escalating tension, Senator Mark tried to restore order.
This is the upper chamber of this country, please. Don't let us reduce it to a market square, please.
Events at plenary have clearly showed that the political crisis in the ruling People's Democratic Party is simmering below the surface in the Senate and may erupt unless the problem is squarely dealt with. From the National Assembly, Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.